Hey there guys! Sorry for the delay in this second upload. I actually did record something yesterday. However, something quite tragic happened with my dog. My dog is on his deathbed essentially, so I was in no mood to try to edit that film or upload another one. So I'm making this one today. And today I'm just going to talk about my favorite cryptids. I'm not really going to go in any particular order or anything. I'm just wanting to be able to upload something because I feel bad having just one video up. So yeah, here we go. Let me adjust myself. Anyway, anyone who knows me knows my main favorite cryptid is Mothman. I think he is so cool and unique and terrifying at the same time, and I absolutely think the memes that go around about him are hilarious. In fact, my banner on Twitter for a bit was this meme that said Mothman F redacted on it. Anyway, yeah, but Mothman is a creature that's based out of West Virginia, Point Pleasant. Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Dyslexia sucks. And the legend or sightings of him started around the 60s when when a group of couples came out, and it was around in the TNT area, which was, to my knowledge, in a wildlife reserve called the McClintock Wildlife Reserve, and they ran into him while driving, and they chased their car and everything, and that kind of just started off from there. There was a bridge that crashed, the Silver Bridge. Some people said Mothman did it, but when it came out, it was just a loose bolt in the bridge. And then the ominous men in black came to visit them and would harass the town's residents and stuff, which the men in black, that they creep me out so much. If I was to ever be approached by the men in black, I would probably start crying and would never speak about anything ever again. But yeah, Mothman is a 6 to 8 foot creature who's bipedal. He clearly has big moth wings, or bat-like wings, kind of bird-like, has almost like a human-esque face, but with a flat nose. But the most prominent feature, sorry guys, I do not know how to speak, about him are his big glowing red eyes. Spooky. And in fact, a lot of people, when they encounter Mothman, all they can really focus on when it comes to him are his big red glowing eyes. And a lot of people have accounted the fact that the aftermath of running into Mothman is a lot more terrifying and a lot more psychologically damaging than Mothman himself. There are known to be physical effects, such as having their eyes turned red, or rashes, or symptoms of radiation. And then there's actually been a few cases, I watched this one documentary where Mothman actually haunted a person and followed them. Whether or not that was Mothman or another entity, to me, I really can't decide. It could be either or people will get weird phone calls where they would answer the phone and there'd just be either nothing or static with a gurgled voice over the phone, and that just gives me chills. I make a lot of jokes about Mothman. I make a lot of jokes about wanting to marry Mothman, but I, in real life, would never really want to run into him because that just not sounds pleasant. Moving on to my second favorite cryptid. My second favorite cryptid would be the Jersey Devil. I learned about the Jersey Devil when I was I want to say around 10, 11 years old, because I remember being at my grandparents' house when they still lived in their house in Sandestin, which, for those of you who are from Florida, know that that's the big resort in Miramar Beach. those of you who are from my area know where I'm talking about. Those of you who are not and do not know what I'm talking about, go look at a map. But anyways, I was watching that and it came on the Travel Channel, and learning about the Jersey Devil scared the shit out of me. Like, I slept with my parents for days after that. But essentially, the Jersey Devil starts by this woman whose last name was Leeds, known as Mother Leeds, had tons and tons of children. She had like 12 children, and when she found out she was pregnant with her 13th child, in frustration, she yelled, "Let it be of the devil," while she was going into labor. And when she went into labor, it was a treacherous, painful, long labor. She yelled out again, "Let this one be of the devil." And when the child was born, it was a normal, blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy. But then it slowly started to morph into this demonic creature with red eyes, hooves, horns, bat wings, a horse's head, etc. And it went out and it killed everyone in the room except for Mother Leeds, and flew up the chimney and went out to live in the Pine Barrens, where it supposedly still is to this day. Now, I haven't done as much research on the Jersey Devil as I've done Mothman, because Mothman's like one of my weird hyper fixations. But what I do know of the Jersey Devil is that there were tons of the peak of the sightings about him were in the 1900s, I believe, to the point where they closed schools and kids weren't allowed to go out at night. And I can't really remember when the last Jersey Devil sighting was, but I know it was slightly recent, and I know there was a picture of it. While I'm editing this video, or while I'm uploading this video, I'm going to find the YouTube video or an article or something about that and link it in the description box below, just in case any of you guys are curious. And that's all I really have on the Jersey Devil. The next one, I don't really know if these count as a cryptid or a phenomenon, but it is something in the like spooky paranormal area that really does interest and frighten me, and that is the black-eyed kid phenomenon. Now, black-eyed kids are supposedly, allegedly, or conspiratorially, I don't know, like linked to the Men in Black, meaning these kids are ranging from the ages of 16 to 8. I mean, 8 to 16. They're usually very, 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 very pale, have usually blonde hair cut in an old style or very long, and wearing out-of-date clothing. But the most prominent and terrifying feature about them is that their eyes are completely black. Like, no sclera, no pupil, no iris, just black voids for eyes, just like my soul. But yeah, there's many theories about what they are. Some people think they're, prepubescent or adolescent men in black. Some people think they're demons from they think they're demons. Some people think they're angels. Some people think they're vampires. No one really knows exactly what the black-eyed kids are. There's several theories. I'm not exactly sure what they are myself. All I know is that if I was to, be getting out of my car at night or going or anywhere at night and they approached me, I probably would drop kick one of them, run off, either get in my car and go to my house, lock the doors, and light the protection candle. You see, it's so weird. I'm a big horror fanatic. I love anything creepy and weird and spooky. However, I have an anxiety disorder, so at any crack or creak or anything at night, I'm like, is that a demon that's gonna kill me? Even right now, since it's nighttime and I'm filming this and I'm talking about this, I'm trying not to look over my shoulder, but I'm also kind of glancing in the background when I'm filming to make sure nothing's behind me. Oh my god. God, my brother can probably overhear this. Knowing him, he's probably gonna try to pull a prank on me later. Knowing him. But yeah, the black-eyed kids, they are known to approach people who are in their cars at night, who are, you know, exiting buildings. I take that back. That's not true. I'm thinking about another story. But yeah, they're known to approach people and try to enter their cars or their homes. And most people, upon finding out that their eyes are completely black, will not let them in. In fact, most of the time, they come with an overwhelming feeling of dread. Most people pick it up right off the bat. Some people don't, like I said, don't get freaked out until they see the black eyes. And a lot of people think that they're vampires because they cannot enter unless they are invited, which is backed up with the, you know, popular myth about vampires. They cannot enter any place unless they are invited to do so. And a lot of people are concerned, well, what do they do if you invite them in? I've heard one story that allegedly someone had let them in during a snowstorm, and nothing, like, they didn't try to, like, attack them, kill them or anything. They just quite literally sat on the couch, just staring off into space, apparently, and all they did when, like, the lady who let them in brought them in hot cocoa and everything, and all they did, or all they said whenever the lady would talk to them would be, they would say, "Our parents are going to be here soon," in a voice like that, which to me, that alone was creepy. This woman was nuts for letting her in. Them and those two people, but non-binary people are valid, blah, blah, blah. And however, the cat in the house was freaking out about them. I gotta turn my notifications off. Yeah, the cat in the house was freaking out about them. And that was the only odd thing at the time. But I think either during the time the kids were there or after the kids had left, the husband got a nosebleed and got diagnosed with cancer. Now, getting back to when the kids left, this is where people believe that they may be related to the men in black. And this has to do with the fact that when the kids got picked up, apparently many people will see these kids be picked up by old type cars, like older model classic cars, much like the ones Men in Black are seen in. So that's why people think they're linked to that. However, in this case, I believe they just heard the car pull up and the kids just disappear. However, they didn't see any traces of a car being there. And yeah, those are my top 3 favorite cryptids, and I guess the last one counts more or less as a phenomenon. Like I said, this one's a relatively short video. I may be filming something tomorrow. I don't know. I have to work on virtual school tomorrow because I'm a web development student and my college is closed right now, so we're doing distance learning or online-based learning or whatever. But yeah, that's it for tonight. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everyone's doing well. If you're new to this channel, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, do so please. Even if you aren't new to this channel, give me a thumbs up. Give me some love, please. I'm going through a hard time. I could use some... Please be nice to me or I'll cry. Anyway, be nice to each other. Stay hydrated. Stay happy. Stay healthy. I can't remember if I said be nice to each other yet. Oh yeah, be nice to each other. Be nice to yourself. And most importantly, stay weird and stay spooky. Bye, guys.